What's up, everybody? How you doing? Hey, Corey, good evening to you. Professional Monkey, good evening. Fat Glide, Lolly, how is everybody tonight? And Corey, you are in the drawing for tonight. Hello to Evil Rick, Fat Glide, Big Jib, New Jersey, Lolly H. Hello. Uh, Monkey's got his thing here. I tell you, Monkey, you're blessed. You got not one but two beautiful girls living with you, and you are doubly blessed. That's all I got to say, and that's awesome. You know, Chopper update. Let's talk Chopper update. Hey, so I had the pleasure of working with Corey uh, over on Sunday. He came down. He did all the welding and most of the fabrication. I cut the tank, but this is where we are with the chopper. The Springer front end is on. It's a 33-degree rake. It's a 6/over front end. I got the shock on it. Hey, Dallas, how you doing, buddy? The shock's on it. We got the gas tank cut, welded, and mounted. That's on. We got the key on. We got the weld-on kickstand on, and that was it. That was a lot of work for one day. So that was quite a bit. And next coming up, we going on the chopper. We mocking up the motor. We're going to be mocking up the transmission. We're going to be mocking up just about everything else. Fat Glide, you are in twice tonight. That's awesome, Fat Glide. Thank you, guys. Yep, tonight's the night. Last night for the knife raffle from the donations from Mark from Sanity Jewelry. This is the one we're raffling off tonight. It's a beautiful D2 steel knife with a wooden handle and Big Mike and Iron Butterfly. Nice. Thank you very much. I can't type and speak at the same time. It's like chewing gum and walking at the same time. I can't do it. So, hey, Jake. So tonight's the last night. I did have two knives last week. I did get a special benefactor come in and make a off-screen donation. Hey, Zen, how you doing? For the other knife that I had. And so this is the last knife. So after we raffle off this knife, we're going to raffle off the last $20 gift card from Sanity Jewelry right in Grant, Florida. What's up, DDK? So, we got two things we're raffling off tonight. DDK, you are in for the drawing, buddy. Nice. Thank you so much. So the chopper's moving along. I'm getting excited because that's getting built. It's getting completed. And, oh, man. My goal is to have it for Daytona of next year. Big Mike's in again for us. Ooh, boy. Thank you very much, Big Mike. Love you, brother. Really do. Hey, Dez, how you doing? Dez is here. Big Jib from New Jersey. Yep. Oh, for Hannah. Okay, right on, right on. So if you want to win this, you got to be in the running for the knife. I said it earlier in the chat. Tonight or next week, I'm going to pull one of the knives out of my own personal stash. It's going to be a special knife. You're going to love it. I love it. And that's why I'm doing it. I'm doing it all for the chopper build. All the money is for, that I raised through this goes towards the chopper. YouTube takes its cut, and I backfill the YouTube cut. Is that 10 at Dr. Harley? Yes, that is 10. Fact lines keep a good count. Yeah, no, there's 10 so far in. Lolly. Oh, Big Jib's in for one. Awesome. Thank you, Big Jib. Thank you. You are in. Oh, I spelled your name wrong. I spelled it with a J instead of a G. Oops. Fixed. but you were in. Yep. They came down. Yeah, it is a nice pig sticker. The right in Grant, Florida, Pro Monkey. If you haven't, I'm sure you've seen Sanity. They're at all the rallies all over the country. You can't miss them. If you've never been to their booths, I know the owner, Mark, very well. He's got his store right there in Grant, Florida. You tell him I sent you, he'll take really good care of you. Trust me on that. He won't throw you out. He'll probably push the whole table at you like he does to me every time I go to his booth. And I end up buying it all. Hey, what's up, Dark Souls? Um, so a lot of good stuff. Hello, Ray. Welcome to the show, man. Welcome back from your hiatus. So yeah, man, good stuff coming up. We got the knife we're giving away. We got the $20 gift certificate we're giving away. So you don't want to miss out on that. We got 11 entries. You got 1 in 11 chance. I will pull that raffle at 9 o'clock. So without further ado, if you want to get into that knife raffle, it's only a $20 donation in the super chat, and 100% of your $20 goes right towards the chopper build. And trust me, there's a lot more stuff I have to get. Wow, Windroad is in. Nice. Thank you, Windroad. You are awesome, Des. Thank you very much. Yeah, good luck to everybody. So, every penny goes towards this chopper to get it complete so I could get it to the Homes for the Brave and they could raffle it off and make their money to help all the homeless veterans that they can. It's all for veterans. I'm not pocketing one penny. As a matter of fact, it's costed me money because I've laid out my own money. I'm covering what YouTube takes because they take a third. So, I got to, I want to do this for the vets, and I want to. Hey, Greg, how you doing? So if you're just joining us, tonight's the last night knife raffle. And I say the last night, but it's not. It's the last night from the donations from Sanity Jewelry. Thank you. Jake from H2 Performance or State Farm is in. Let's see. Yeah, these $10,000 choppers somehow end up being 20, 30K. You know what? You're not far off. They are expensive. They are expensive. One for the members who never came home. Right on, Jake. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. So, yeah, I mean, these choppers aren't cheap to build. We got the rolling chassis. Thank you to Moto Noggin for his donation with that chassis. We got a motor and a trans. Thank you, Mike. We got a 3-inch open primary. Thank you to everybody for that. I went on a shopping spree with, oh, wow. TC Brothers. They gave me 10% off of my order, which was awesome. Lowbrow Customs kicked in some free products for us, and so did Deadbeat Customs. Thank you to those guys. So yeah, yeah, Salty's funny. He goes, save money, build a chopper. No one said that was attempted. Yeah, well, you could build it, or you could build it right. You can build it cheap, or you can build it right. And I prefer to build them right. You can have it good or cheap. It's up to you. I personally prefer having a good chopper or a good motorcycle, not a cheap bike. And that's how that works out. Yeah, Salty does have an impressive shop. It really is. He gets a lot in there. Horsepower ain't cheap. No, it's not. Freaking premieres are nuts. Running 2, 3. Okay. What's up, Noggin? How are you doing, buddy? Thank you for the donation of that rolling chassis. Yeah, primaries are not cheap. Believe it or not, I got a primary, a transmission, and a starter for $400, and I can't complain. And they're all brand new. So it's hey Tweedle, welcome. Long time no see. Chat, nothing. Hope you're well. Let's see. Yeah, you can make you a millionaire if you're a billionaire. That's right. But for fun, I'm gonna open this up to everybody and anybody that wants to come on and talk choppers. You want to talk about some building experiences. You want to talk about if you won a knife already. I know Kelpfire won her knife last week. Congratulations to Kelpfire. And she got it already this year. She already got it. She got it. I think she got it before Monday. I think she got it Saturday. If I correct me if I'm wrong, but I know she got it pretty early. There's the link. Come on in if you're available. Uh, yeah, Tweedle says been taking care of business. Right on. And you know, oh, here he is, the man, the myth, the legend, the man himself, Mr. PA Biker. How you doing?
Hey guys, how you doing tonight?
Good, good. Since the wife was running it, what all the
Can
19?
you hear me? I got this new thing going on here.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Awesome. I did it right.
Nah, Dark Souls is in. Nice. Thank you, Dark Souls.
All right, Doug. Thank you.
Nice. Thank you very much. And let's see. Monkey says, thinking of me today. He got his CVO back on the road. Haven't ridden that one and forever since the wife was riding it. Why the hell is that? The 2019 117 CVOs have are so much quieter. I have no idea why they're so much quieter. And I love my CVO. I have a lot of fun. Moto Noggin, you are in. Thank you. Moto Noggin won the first knife raffle. He's looking to get another one. So, yeah. How you feeling?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I'm feeling pretty good. Just waiting for that big day to come. Was out on the bike today again. Laid out about, I don't know, 60, 70 miles. Nothing big. But it was nice enough out, so I figured I'd get her out. Actually, I wrote it down to bring the shocks down to my mechanic to
There you go.
put them on. And thank you very much, by the way.
Oh, my pleasure.
Man, I tell you what, man, there's going to be a difference. I can already tell. Chip has got the same shocks on his bike. And I actually took his out today for a little spinner. And I could tell the difference. Most
Yeah,
definitely.
I'm glad. Behind Rudy's Fairing, you are in. Uh, he says the 22 114 and the 23 117 are ticky. Huh. That's interesting. Because my 2022 114 is not actually it's a 117. It's not ticky at all. So I don't know. You could have a stuck lifter or something. I don't know. I don't know. You know, also depends on what oil you're running. You're in Florida. Do you run a 60 weight oil monkey? That might make a big difference for you down there. Right now it's not hot, but it will be getting hot soon, and that'd be a good oil run, a straight 60 weight. That's my recommendation for the motor. That is.
So
So
Spaceballs looks good with the new fairing.
yeah, you like that?
Ha, I did.
Yeah. That was fun to put that fairing on. I also put on the bags from Advan Black. The fairing and the bags came from the Advan Black. So the CVOs used to be handmade. Wonder if that's it. That's true because the motors are still made in Milwaukee, but they're not handmade. It's just the paint that's just hand done now, and it's been that way I think since the Rushmores. And no worries, Monkey, you're not hijacking. No worries. But yeah, you're liking the new shocks, huh?
Yeah, I just didn't. I was asking earlier. I didn't know how that works with that dial thing. If it works both
Yep.
shocks or how. I
Nope.
didn't understand that stuff. So
That left shock is basically that adjusts your rebound.
so
And the
what?
right shock is a slave to the left shock. That's all it is.
Oh, okay, okay.
So, and trust me, it's not the best setup, but it's better than what you had, which was the Harley era ones which always leaked air and oil and everything.
Yeah,
So
I've had a problem with them. I don't know, probably like 2 years after I owned the bike, I had to replace that little red nipple thing there.
yep,
Actually, that whole hose we had to replace
yeah.
twice.
Well, now
And
you don't
then
have to worry about it.
no, and then the little rubber piece that goes underneath the shock that covers the
Yep.
shock that came off, and I would have to end a whole thing of shocks just to get that one rubber piece.
I just remembered something, Monkey. On the 114s and the 117s, the earlier ones, there used to be a lot excessive play in the rocker arms back and forth, which would cause a ticking noise. Uh, Fueling sells a shim kit that goes in your rocker arms on the rocker arm shaft between the shaft and the mount to shim that up so it doesn't. That could be causing your ticking. I just had that thought come to mind, so. Um, So that might be an issue why it's ticky because it's got some miles on it and it's broken in and and the newer bikes that you have aren't. Just a thought. My wife says the 131 quiet. No, my 131 has never been quiet.
No.
Let's see. Is the dirty air a good shock? I've heard a lot of good things about dirty air, and I've heard a lot of bad things about dirty air. I have zero experience with installing them. I've ridden on a bike with them. It's pretty cool. They're pretty comfortable as far as a good shock. I mean, there's plenty. All the shocks out there are good, other than stock. It's just up to you. And I'm a big fan of suspension tech. I used to be a good fan of Legend, and then Legend has had their issues, and they actually emailed me wanting to know why I removed their top of the line shock to put on somebody else's, and I told them the truth. So yeah, the dirty air is good. They do have a fast up canister, so it'll come right up on you. So yeah, I don't hear anything. Think you hear from space. Well, that's why it's Spaceballs. So yeah, if you're just joining us, last knife donated by Sandy Jewelry is right here. Getting raffled off tonight. But we have a second place prize tonight. But you can't win twice. So if you won the knife, you're not entered in for the second one. We have a $20 gift certificate from Sandy Jewelry, the last of the three that he sent me. We're going to be raffling off. So worst case scenario is you get some of your money back, if you get second place. Or you can get a knife that at $140. It comes with a nice sheath. It can either horizontal or vertical, be worn either way. It's up to the carrier how you wear it. So yeah, see, Fat Glide, I like the way Fat Glide thinks. 16 entries so far. Let's try for 20. I like the way you think, Fat Glide. I like the way you think. But all the money raised and have raised previously is all going towards the chopper. And the chopper is not for me. It is for Homes for the Brave. But my goal is to bring it to Daytona next year and getting a couple of the chopper shows and see how it stacks up against other choppers. It's going to be an 80 cubic inch Evo stock with a 5-speed transmission. And let's see, Rick, I don't have $20, but I bought a fly rod. Broke me for the month. No worries, Evil Rick. Nothing's mandatory. Nothing's mandatory. Except for PA biker. Everything's mandatory for PA.
Yes, sir. Question for you.
Yes, sir.
I have a 3-inch lowering kit on my bagger. Okay, I'm
Yep.
down to 2. When he puts the shocks on, I'm wondering, because I want to get a little closer to the ground. If I go to the full 3, would I be scraping at all, or?
Yeah, you could be scraping your bags. It all depends on how far you lean over.
I'm a leaner.
But you're also changing the angle of that shock. So let's say stock is this angle,
Hmm.
2 inches this way, 3 inches even more, and you would put a lot of stress on that piston. And I've seen them where people hit potholes where they bend.
Oh,
Yeah.
so I'm
So
gonna
you
stay
got to be
away from
careful
that.
with those lowering blocks. Not a big fan of them. Uh, the geometry is geometry. Physics. It's not just a good idea; it's also the law.
Yeah.
So geometry goes with that when you talk about shocks or suspension.
Mm.
Your suspension geometry means everything when it comes to handling of the bike and how the shock
Yeah.
performs. So
It
I would
handles
be
good
careful
now,
with
just
that.
being on two. I mean, I'm not looking over my fairing. I'm
Right.
basically right there, so I just didn't know if that was a smart idea or not. And,
Yeah.
you know, I just want to make sure I do the right thing. Excuse me. Yeah. So I think I'll just keep it where it's at. It's supposed to be back by next week. So,
Next week, it's a 10-minute job.
no, I had him do other stuff to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had him. I had a really bad noise. I don't know if you remember me telling you a bad noise in my primary,
Yes.
and
And it was either the shoe or the compensator.
exactly. It was the shoe. He put everything back together, wrote it. It was fine. He stopped. I had a small leak underneath it, so he changed the primary gasket, put it
Well,
back.
yeah, once you pull the primary, you never want to reuse the gaskets.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And so when he put it back together, of course, he put a new gasket in the first time, and then
Yeah.
it made that noise came back. So he took it apart. So now, I guess I don't know. I have to see what he says tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I think
I,
it's the chain tensioner thing.
yeah. Now, it, Tweedle brings up a good point from bag liners. I am both my bikes and Spaceballs and in my CVO, I run the Advan Black bag liners. I
Mm.
love them. They're great. They look like Turkish whorehouses with the colored stitching. I got the green stitching in both bags and the tour pack and Spaceball. It's black stitching, but it's that same pattern of the Turkish whorehouse, and I love them. I think they're great. They came in yesterday. I got excited and put them right in because I think they're great. And what better to put them in than brand new bags that never had anything put in them.
Right.
So one bag is starting to get stuff in there, getting ready to pack the bike up for Daytona bound, baby.
You lucky.
28 days and I leave for Daytona.
One of these days I'll make it to Daytona.
Yeah.
Maybe next
Okay,
year.
cool. You got into your cam chest and checked your chain tensions. Do you have a twin cam or an M8? And if it's a twin cam, did you have to actually remove the cam plate with your cams to check the inner one because you can't see it without removing it. So that's my question to you. Uh, let's see. Yeah, always follow the timing marks. That's it. When on a twin cam, you got the timing marks on the cams you got to line up, and then from the cam gear to your pinion gear, you got to line those up. Monk, you should have seen me watching that video. It's an 88 cubic inch. Okay, yes. So you do have an inner and an outer chain tensioner, and those are the spring loaded ones. You could still get them. And you can also upgrade to a hydraulic cam plate with hydraulic tensioners. They last a bit longer than the spring ones because it's actually less tension. But you do have to pull the cam plate out. In order to do that, you have to remove your push rods, get your lifters up, pull your cam plate with the cams out, and you'll see your inner cam chain tensioner. So you have two of them on your 88 cubic inch. And if you're there doing that one, uh, like I've seen a lot of mechanics do in the past, and only change the outboard and say, we'll leave the inboard till next time. And by then, the inboard one exploded and raised. Oh, you can. He says, I could see it without removing the cam plate. It was in sump. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. The M8 dude gave advice to TDC about the rear. He said there are two. I heard the M8 dude give advice to a dude with TC. I said without. What about the rear? He said there are two. On the M8, there's only one cam chain tensioner because there's only one cam chain. So if that's what you're talking about, Monk, come on in. Let's talk about this. I'm a little confused. Yeah, he upgraded to hydraulic tensioners over 40K ago. Yep. And let's see. Hey, Road Reality, how you doing?
Hello, Road Reality.
Yep. So he didn't know about the inboard. Got it. Yeah, there are two on the twin cams. So believe it or not, there's no cam chain in the Evos. There's no cam chain. It's all gear driven. Well, see, that's a problem with a lot of new technicians. They don't know the legacy motors, which would be the Evos. Well, twin cams, Evos, pans, shovels. None of those. They don't know anything of those. So,
my goodness.
yeah. So, I mean, that's the worst thing about technicians today. They don't learn the legacy stuff. They learn current and they get out in the field. And that's why dealerships will not take any legacy motors in for work. I think they're only taking M8s. They're not really taking twin cams in unless they have somebody who knows twin cams. They're definitely not taking Evos in. So they'll take them in on trade and then send them to the auction. And I try and get my hands on those before auction, but it never really happens. Hey, how you doing, buddy? Factlight says there are two tensioners, one on the cam and crank and one on the cams. That's correct. But he was given advice to someone with a twin cam. Yep, twin cam has two, not one, but two tensioners. Yeah, two chains, two tensioners. Yep, that's correct. Who'd have thunk?
Does that have that in mind?
Yes, your bagger, yeah.
Maybe I ought to have him check that.
That's why you got to have the right guy, Big Mike says. Yeah. Who is it, Monkey? I'm lusting over a knucklehead, a panhead, a shovelhead, a flathead.
Excuse me 1 minute. I'm going to let the dog in.
So, yeah, I'm lusting over all those things. But I don't have that kind of money to support those things. I wish I did, but I would love to have one. You know what? I'd even be happy with an S&S pan. I think that'd be awesome. Jake, you've been itching for a shovel? Oh, Evil Rick's rubbing it in. I had a pan a long time ago. Thank you. Rub that in. Hey, Jammin, how you doing? See, even the wife says a knuckle would be awesome. I got the wife's permission, but I don't have bank permission. I need bank permission. I was trying to get S&S to donate a knucklehead or a 100 cubic inch Evo for this chopper build, but they couldn't do it. It's too bad. I would love to have that, but mine was on 11, and my dealer never turns me away. Okay, nice. So they got somebody that knows. Monkey says, "I don't have pan money, so I certainly don't have knuckle money." Yeah, I certainly don't have, or we certainly don't have that kind of money either. But we could lust after it. Actually, I would lust after a pan knuckle or a pan shovel. I'd lust after one of those. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Fact, I had a random ask if I wanted to buy a basket case shovel for 5K. Had to pass. Yeah, I would. Yeah, shut up, Tweedle. Yeah, I found out they don't donate, which is too bad. Not to me either. And I had the paperwork from Homes to the Brave where it could be a charitable write off for them, and they didn't even. Nope. They could have wrote off the full retail value of it, not what they wholesale it out for. They could have wrote off the whole retail value and had a nice tax write off, but they chose not to. Tiger says when he hits the lottery, he'd be looking for one of two of each. I don't blame him. Who wouldn't it be? You know? So, yeah. Let's see. How's over for you, Prez earlier? Yeah, they did. So let's get back to the knife raffle.
Yeah.
There's the knife, guys. D2 steel. It's like a gray and wood tone handle. It's beautiful. It's got a nice little pinky ring. It's good for opening boxes or opening letters. That's what it's for. What's going on, Hal? It's good to see you in here, boy. It's good for opening letters. It's good for opening boxes. Hey, Greg's in. What's up, Greg? Okay, Greg, you are in. Awesome. Thank you very much. So yeah, this is the knife. Don't worry, I'm gonna wipe off all my fingerprints. I don't send my fingerprints out. So let's see. Bud said the other day, oh, you want a pan? Just a solid roller with a rebuilt pan for it. 11K. Yeah, that's
Wow.
That's actually a very good price. Actually, a roller with a pan. Yeah, that's a really good price. But we have a second place prize tonight. I know I've been over this. I'm going to go over it a few more times. $20 sanity bucks. So, second place prize tonight. First place prize is a knife. Second place prize tonight is that. And next week will be one of my own personal knives I'll be donating to raffle off. And that would be the last of the knife raffles. So, and I'm not going to show that one until next week. So, yep. Yeah, as Salty says, that was a steal. Yeah, that's cheap. 11K for a pan on a roller, that's cheap, especially a fresh built pan. Hell yeah.
Did Monkey buy it?
Yeah. No, I don't think he bought it. That's big money.
Mm-hmm.
For some front shocks. There you go.
I watched his video, some of the video today when I could get into it. I had other things to do about his bike left him stranded or something. Yep. I hope everything turned out all right.
Oh, dead battery. Oh. I watched his video as well. 4-year-old battery dead. It sucks. The bike started. He rode to the gas station, shut it off, and that was it.
Man,
that's what I got of it. And yeah, holy Jesus! Someone call India and fix this guy's headset. I've heard better spam calls.
You talking about mine?
Yeah. He said Jesus can only do so much.
Hey. Why does it suck?
No, I hear you fine. I think they're just breaking stones.
That's all right.
Counting, continue to be married. Yeah. Yeah, the battery did take a dump, and but you got a battery coming, which is awesome. Which is really awesome. I also got the bag blades from Advan Black for Spaceball, and I'm doing the video of the install, believe it or not, of those and of the liners. But the thing is, when you buy the bag blades for the Lowrider S right from Advan's website, and you get the adapter, well, that's the wrong adapter. I have to, talk to Alan about that. No big deal. I got the proper stuff coming now. So it's going to work great and it's going to look great. And the bike's going to be down in Daytona. It's going to be at a couple of the performance shows. It's going to be at a couple of booths to be announced. To be announced. So everybody will get a chance to see it. No, that's my stomach that turned into the Death Star. You know, I'm not Mega Man. This is the Death Star. That means it's easier to blow up than Hell's. You're funny, Tweedle. Boy, it is rubbing the goatee. It is rubbing on your goatee, PA.
Yeah, I moved it. I seen that.
Yeah,
Is that better?
Yeah, but now I can hardly hear you.
Oh, okay. How's that?
You got to keep it on your ears.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have technical difficulties.
My wife says, "Well, here you go. Try these out."
Yep.
Yeah, whatever.
We got 17 entries so far.
All right.
You know,
Now
yes, less interference. They're saying, perfect. Yeah. So everything's going well for you.
Everything's going good for me.
Excellent.
Trying to, surgery will be done in March, and hopefully up riding by middle of April, maybe.
Alice says we need 3 more.
We need 3 more. Come on, guys. I would, but I'm just broke this week.
Hey, like I said, nothing's mandatory.
No, I know, but I'd like to.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get as much riding in as I can before I go down.
I don't blame you.
So we've been getting some pretty nice days.
Yeah. All right. Get back to work, Drew. We all need you to work. So get back to work. We'll see you in June. Hopefully May. But if not, definitely 2. So let's see. Move the boom away from your mouth. He's rubbing the mic. All right. Entries.
How's that better?
Yeah. So everybody's saying good night to Health. Beautiful.
Good night,
so
Health.
Yeah, I mean the chopper's coming along. I'm going to ask, who wants to see some pictures?
I do.
You do. Okay. Let me bring them up.
I am into that.
You're into pictures? These aren't pornographic.
No. The chopper pictures.
These aren't my OnlyFans pictures. Just so you know.
Oh.
So let's start with the front end one.
We need to get some more people up on here.
Present share screen. That's the one I want. Okay. There we go. That is currently the front end on the bike. That it's a 6-over Springer front end with a 33-degree rake. The rake and trail is done on it. So it's it turns fine. It doesn't fall over on its face or anything like that. So that's the front view. I had to remove the studs. The studs for your springs go from the bottom all the way to the top. Mm-hmm. So I have to apologize. I put the video with changing out the front end, but dummy me deleted all the footage thinking it was something else. So all that footage is gone. I've tried some software to restore it and I just couldn't. But that's the Springer front end, and that was a lot of fun. Let's see. That's another angle. That is the kickstand welded on right there. You can see it. Corey did a beautiful job with those welds.
Nice job.
Yeah. And I moved the kickstand back. I really wanted to get that taken care of, you know? Where did the Springer come from? Oh, definitely was not a mid USA Springer front end, Monk. I ordered it from a local shop and at DNA Specialties, I think it was. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I believe it was DNA, but don't quote me on it. Okay, and here's Corey and I fitting the tank. This was on Sunday. And we actually ended up, you see how far back the tank comes?
Yeah, I was going to ask that.
Right. So I actually chopped off about a good 4 inches from the back of it. And there we are, you know, getting it ready to cut. There I am cutting it. Isn't that exciting? There's Corey with his butt weld. He actually butt welded it and did a beautiful job. Cut the steel and everything going in there. You know, hats off to Corey.
So much
Little
for
bit
the
of track
plumber.
action going, and I'm doing some welding and trying to get some better pictures here of it done. But that's the back view. I can't zoom in on it. Thanks, Monkey. I appreciate it. Let's see. No, Corey didn't go to do his thing. Yeah, Corey can weld. Thanks, Monkey. I appreciate it. Yeah, the lines are perfect. The handlebars match the tank. I was going to go with bunny rabbit bars, but I changed it at the last minute because I saw these. I liked them. I thought they'd flow well with the tank, and they do. Thanks, Salty. I appreciate it. Special guest surgeon. Yeah, that's who. That's Corey, the special guest surgeon.
Mm-hmm.
That's the looking up the lift, and that was just a quick screenshot. But there it is on the lift. You can really see the rake in it now. I can't zoom in on that, unfortunately. I wish I could, but so I like Mustang tanks on choppers, but to each their own. That's 100% accurate. To each their own. And
looks nice, man.
Yep. I was going to go with.
So you're still waiting for the motor, though, right?
No, I have the motor.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep, I have the motor. I have motor. I have a trans. I have a 3-inch open primary. That will be next to be mocked up. So when you're building a chopper like I am from the ground up, you actually got to build it twice. You got to build it, mock everything up, put everything in its place. Literally build the whole bike.
Yep.
Then once that's all done and all your cutting and welding and drilling and all that's done, then you take it all apart and you send it out for paint, powder coat. And once it all comes back from paint, powder coat, and chrome, if you do chrome, then you can go ahead and do its final assembly. Let's see. I wonder if a trailer rear fender would work with that coffin tank better. Monkey, I don't know. That's actually a good question. And that is something that I would entertain. And yeah, that's something I definitely would entertain. And I'm going to look into that. But that's a great suggestion. And yeah, Tractor Supply. Yeah. Going to have to go look at Tractor Supply, but it's a 180 back tire, Monkey. It's not a skinny chopper. She's got some baby got back to her. You know what I mean? Hey, Oakley, how you doing? You don't want to miss out on tonight's knife raffle. It's the last one donated by Sanity Jewelry. And we have a second place prize tonight, which is a $20 gift card to Sanity Jewelry. Good at their online store, in store in Grant, Florida, or at any rally you see Sanity Jewelry. So let's see. Let's see. People have their, yeah, yeah. There are people that only do it twice. Yeah, that's true. But I'm only going to try and do it twice, but we'll see how it works out. I see them use on chops. Yeah. Good question. Lowbrow red fender would look tough. Salty. I'll have to look that up, buddy. Thank you for the suggestion. I can always reach out to the guys at Lowbrow. Would flow well with that. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, so world of stripping. Yep. So that's literally where the chopper is at this point in time, which is actually a lot farther than where it was when Noggin donated the rolling chassis, because I had telescoping front end. It had the front fender on it and a regular, Evo front brake. Now it's got the proper front end for a chopper, which to me is a Springer. In my opinion, just my opinion. Don't want to offend anybody, but if you're offended, I'm sorry. But to me, a proper chopper, rigid, has to have a Springer. No front fender, but there will be one. So what color scheme Iron Butterfly wants to know? It's going to be simple. And it's the only thing I can afford from Bugatti, which is a metallic blue from Bugatti. It's like a midnight, not really, it's lighter than a midnight blue, but it's darker than a dark blue. So if you backlight says 15 minutes left. He's keeping me on track. This is the way. Yeah. This is the way. So who wants to win the knife tonight? Who really wants to win it? And I know Homes for the Brave, who's going to handle the raffle, because 100% of the raffle goes to them. That they are going to be $100 tickets, so you got a chance to win this chopper for $100. And I don't know about anybody else. When's the last time you've walked into a motorcycle parts store without spending $100? And here you get a fully custom built chopper from the ground up, and it's actually not going to any paint. 100% of it's going to be powder coated. The tank, the frame, the fender, the oil bag, all that's going to be powder coated. So, yeah. Greg, you can use the knife. You're in, man. You're in for one. You're in for one bidding. You can enter as many times as you want. Not going to force you, twist your arm or anything, but you can enter as many times as you want. So, let's see. He says, I like the color you're running right now, Monkey. On Monkey's chopper, Gremlin, or on his CVO, that red flame.
I like this.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's beautiful. He just had bedtime. Got it. Yeah, that body you put on your CVO, Monkey, that is gorgeous. I've been ignoring my cocktail over here.
I have to give it to you, Monkey. You do good work, man.
Not only does good work, he's a great dude. I can't wait to hang out with him in Daytona. Man. He and I are going to destroy a bottle of Jaeger cold brew. And
have to make sure I have a little something for him when I meet him.
Yeah. Your paint scheme, Doc, just red. Yeah, it is. It really is. The Envious Green Fade paint, but in red, which looks phenomenal. I love that color. It looked great in the sun. It really did. And your wife's bike, that looks great with that orange and black. That looks really good.
That is
pretty. Grumman says, good thing the CVO parts don't fit his bike. Yeah. Everybody's liking the red flame job. I'm just an ambassador. Kelfire's in for, wow. Coming in for the sniper.
She's going to win it. In it to win it.
She won last week.
That's right. Which means she
Okay.
probably got her knife the same day I got my shocks, which was yesterday.
Yep. So Kelp Fire, you're in for 2. Thanks for this. Oh, okay. They're for Fact Life, but I put your name on it. Yep. Fact Life says 1 more. We're 10 minutes away, guys. 10 minutes away from the drawing. So you want to be able to be in it to win it. Because if you're not in it, you can't win it. I'm sorry. You know? You got to be in it to win it, just like lottery says. You got to be in it to win it. And I don't know about you guys, but to me, Kelp Fire's profile pic with the face in the helmet, that's fire.
Yeah, it is fire. It's a new picture, ain't it?
You didn't see it? The face in the helmet, full face. I think it looks great. And yes, cheers, Dallas.
Actually, I had to get another rum and coke.
Awesome. You know. So let's see who wins tonight. This is I get so excited when I give stuff away, even though this is not really a giveaway, but I get excited with this. I enjoy doing it.
Yeah, I get excited when you give stuff away too.
That guy really wants the knife. It's understandable.
Does Fat God got his own YouTube as well?
Yes, but I don't think it really puts up a lot of videos.
Kelp Fire does, though, right?
Yes, she does. She puts up videos.
Because I got her down here.
Backlight says he doesn't.
No? Okay, that's why I couldn't find him. Okay.
Close enough to 9. Let's spin. Jake, you are impatient. You are impatient. What do you do on Christmas Eve when your kids go, Dad, let's open presents? And you're like, no, you got to wait till Christmas morning.
That'd just be mean.
Black guy who says only one YouTuber in the house is enough. I don't know how. It's tough when couples do it and they each have their own channel because one performs better than the other. I don't know.
My wife is actually starting to get into YouTube now, but she's into painting. So she follows all the painters.
Yeah. That's understandable. Because there's tips and tricks that they probably share.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yep.
I was putting up my Christmas tree when they went to bed.
She used to say, why do you watch that all the time? Now you know.
I prefer watching YouTube over regular television.
Oh, me too. Yeah.
You know, I'd rather watch channels like Professional Monkey. You know, I enjoy his content. And Tweedles and Dallas's and XAN. And, you know, I like watching everybody's stuff that I watch. Danny D'Lo, Behind Rudy's Fairing is in. Nice. Okay, he's in for another one. Let me space him out here.
Have you ever tried getting John in there?
John Maxwell?
No, guy from Jersey there.
Psycho Fanatics?
Yeah, to come on.
I've asked him in the past, and he just didn't want to do it for some strange reason. So,
wow,
he just didn't want to come on. So, well, there's 20. Everybody's keeping track tonight. Yep, there's 20. Yeah, the non-scripted channels. I don't have a script. I shoot straight from the hip, so you never know what's going to come out of my mouth or my wife's mouth.
Yeah.
It's about a red fender. I put a red fender on a Bugatti blue bike. You got it. Papa Smurf. No red fenders. The whole thing's going metallic Bugatti blue. The whole thing. And it's all powder coat, no paint. So it's hard to scratch and hard to chip. Where paint is easy to scratch, easy to chip, even though it's a chopper, a rigid with a Springer. I can't wait to ride it because when I sit on this bike and I have my hands on the handlebars, my feet on the forward controls, looking down at that tank, I was like, "Oh yeah, this is going to be so much fun." Yeah, excellent script. What's that? Nobody scripted. All right, guys, we got 5.5 minutes left. 5.5 minutes. Oh boy! Oh, Dark Souls just jumped in. Nice, nice.
It seems that people that run in right at the end win it.
Dark Souls, you are in. Pass the Jack from the unaffiliated. Well, it's in here with the Coke. It's helping the Coke taste better. Yeah, good
Oops.
luck, everybody. Let's see. Is there 9 depth? There's a 9 depth to powder coat. They can powder coat candy colors now. Yes. Yes.
Really?
Yes, they can. My powder coater it does phenomenal work. There's never any fish eyes in the powder coat, never any dust in it. It's clean, it's smooth, it's perfect. He does a lot of fixes time and care prep work. And I've done candy colors on Hannah's bike. It had a candy purple in it. It was an illusion, was the brand of powder that he used. Spaceballs is illusion. Uh, the powder coating I did on my CVO, that's also an illusion color. I like it because one, the metallic, and two, it's got kind of a candy coat to them. They can even do chrome powder coat. Now it's not a high luster mirror finish kind of chrome. It's more of a a matte finish kind of chrome. It's shiny but not mirror finish. So I don't know if anybody's seen it or not. I know Cycle Fanatics did his wheels in that chrome powder coat. So Cleo says, I'm getting. All right. You know what?
Let's do
In
it.
2 minutes, we'll start sharing the screen and get it ready to go. So I'll let you know if it's AI. I don't know. It there's worries about chrome powder. Yeah. Yeah. My guy won't do the chrome powder at all. He won't even stock it. If people ask for him, he tells them to go someplace else. Yeah, because they turn yellow from the sunlight from the UV rays. That's right. That's what Johnny told me from JRD Restorations. He's awesome. Like I said, I've been using him for going on 8 years now. So Johnny's a good dude to deal with. And last year I did those two bikes. I did Hannah's bike and that thin blue line tribute bike for that retired state cop. And I videoed both of those, and they came out great. The black and purple on Hannah's bike that she no longer has, but actually was really really nice. Black and purple go so well like black and gold, um, or as Monkey's doing right now, the black and chrome. I actually didn't think it would look good, and I stand corrected. His bike is looking really good. Um, if he's doing a really nice job on that bike with the black and chrome. I really didn't think it would look good, but it looks phenomenal. Gremlin says, "Do you think Advan Black would do a paint job if I sent them parts?"
They do matching colors, don't they, or something?
They do, yeah, but they have their own custom paints now too. I don't know, Gremlin. Reach out to them, give them a call, and the worst they could say is no, or they could say, "Send us the parts, we'll give you a bill." Jeopardy music in his head. Powder coat is not very expensive at all. It's actually less than paint. It's more money to paint the bike than it's powder coat a bike. The prep work's the same, but the cure time is a lot quicker. It's a lot harder and it's less expensive. So there you go. Powder coat is hard to strip if you want repaint. That is true. Frame wheels will be black on mine. Tank rear fender will be wild paint. Awesome. Powder coating is expensive. No, not really. See, I honestly don't think it's expensive. It comes down, depending on your guy, it's around, you can average on high about $25 a part for an average size part. Of course, things like engine guards, as Monkey calls them, crash bars, those will be a bit more because it's a larger, odd-shaped part, so they have to fire up the bigger oven. But anything that goes into a normal size powder coating oven, not your kitchen style oven, you know, that's really not that expensive. But yeah, Monkey says 400 to powder coat his frame because they have to go to the big oven, the walk-in, and to heat that up. It's electric. That's going to be expensive, you know. Yeah. Salty says quality around here is an issue when it comes to price. Hey, it's raffle time. Let me share the screen. And wheel of names. There we go. We'll make this full screen.
Okay.
And there we go. Hey, who's ready? You guys ready for this?
Roll it.
Okay, hold on. There we go. Get that out of the way. And who's the winner?
Pro Monkey.
Congratulations, Pro Monkey. You are the man. Rolls in tonight, but snipes it up. Now, question, Monkey, is, do you want me to mail this to you, or do you want me to bring it down to Daytona? That's up to you. So let me know what you want me to do. Do you want me to bring it to Daytona, or do you want me to mail it to you? That's up to you. But congratulations, Monkey. Now, we will remove Monkey. Sorry, Monkey. We're going to do our second prize. Let me put me back here on screen. A second place prize. That damn AI camera. Which is the $20. Damn this camera. I hate this thing at times. So $20 gift certificate to Sanity Jewelry. That's what we're raffling off. Now, good luck to everybody. Round and round she goes. Dark Soul gets it by, honestly, gets it by inches. Congratulations, Dark Souls. Congratulations, Pro Monkey, Dark Souls. Send me your address on Instagram. You know, and I will mail this right out to you. Monkey, let's see. Did you want me to send it to you? Do you want me to bring it in Daytona? Just bring it. All right, I'll bring it to you in Daytona. I'm going to put this with Wilkie's knife, who's getting his in Daytona. Congratulations to you. Now, do I give it to you or do I give it to your wife? I'll give it to you. You know? Dark Souls, again, on Instagram. Send me your address. This will go out in tomorrow's mail for you. Congratulations, Monkey. You'll get your knife in Daytona. Of course, we'll try and find each other. We're both getting there on the first. We'll figure it out. But yeah, congratulations to everybody. Thank you for all your donations. I will be, like I said, donating one of my own. We'll get drunk and play with sharp objects. Absolutely. By then, I'll have my Bowie knife that he's making for me. So yeah, that'd be really smart. She takes enough as is. Well, you don't want to give her any weapons.
She's probably got enough of them too.
Probably, but I wouldn't. Well, coming from the guy who bought his wife a battle axe last year, you know. So yeah. Oh, you want me to bring it to you in Gettysburg? No problem. Dark Souls, I will write your name on it, and I'll bring it to you in Gettysburg.
I'm probably going to go to Gettysburg, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be riding or not.
Okay. Now, Sanity is not at Gettysburg. I wish they were, but they are on their way to Milwaukee for homecoming. That's why they're not in Gettysburg. So we will get this to you in Gettysburg. Monkey Wilkie gets their knives down in Florida.
You know, I haven't heard from the Thumpers lately.
Hey, I don't know. They've been very, I guess they've been busy. I know they've been doing a lot of boat shows and RV shows and stuff like
That's
that.
right, yeah.
So we're 24-hour vets. Money, that is. Yes, thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. That $420 will go far. Maybe I'll put it towards the fender. I do have to get the hand control switches. And then I do have to fab up a bracket for the second headlight because I'm putting two headlights up, one on top of the shock and one down at the bottom of the shock. And they're yellow, which I think they'll look great. Oh, Muggy says they're in Key West. So why is my phone blowing up here? Oh, yeah, I like that. You know, let's see. Everybody's blowing up my phone. They shouldn't be. They should be on here.
Exactly.
Oh, wait a minute. This is something might be exciting. All right. So this might be exciting. I have to ask permission. Well, I don't really have to ask permission, but communication is always key. You know? Boats and hoes. Love that movie. You know? But yeah, I mean, you know, as far as Dr. Harley Garage, that is moving along. I know I've talked about it in the past. Yes. Okay. Big news. Dr. Harley shirts will be available coming soon. It's Dr. Harley Garage t-shirts. The first run is going to be $15 for the initial run. After that, there'll be $25, and it is not a Dr. Harley YouTube business venture. It's going to be sold through me, but for the Dr. Harley Garage, which would be a 3,000 to 5,000 square foot facility. So yes, shirts for sale.
So you're going to be turning that house into another facility.
Yep, and we'll bring them down to Daytona. So if you want one, see me at the Cackleberry. We'll make sure we have some for everybody. And you know, if you want them, they'll be there. Yes, Dr. Harley shirts. The first initial run, they're $15. After that, the next run of shirts are going to be $25. This is the introductory price. So let me see. Isn't that what the Thumpers are doing? Boats and LOL. No, I think they're RVing it over at the marinas, but they're on Key West, so I mean they're surrounded by water and marinas. Is the name pick on the back? No, it's going to say Dr. Harley's Garage. I could bring that up if you guys want to see that. so you could see what it looks like. So let me bring that up. So let me present this so everybody could see what the shirts will look like. And there are the shirts.
Oh, nice.
So those are the shirts that has the Dr. Harley Garage logo over the left chest box, left chest, and on the back it says Dr. Harley's Garage, because horsepower matters.
I'm in for one.
Yeah, well, I'll make sure we hold a size for you when I come down to Gettysburg.
Yeah.
2X.
I usually get a 2X because I like carrying things underneath my shirt, if you know what I mean.
So yeah, that's what's happening with the Dr. Harley Garage. That's what's happening with the chopper, and I think it's going. I think everything. Yeah, no pockets, no pockets. But what I can do is I could put my YouTube certification patch on a sleeve. Yeah, get them in men's sizes. 3XL. I think we do have some 3XL and 4XL. So don't worry, Dean. We got you covered. Yeah. See you guys in Daytona. Absolutely, Gremlin. We're going to have a good time. Who knows? I might be choking monkeys, chickens again. I might not. We never know.
That just don't sound right.
Well, it was a good time last year. Okay. Don't judge me. $20 is $20 and bike parts aren't cheap.
Amen.
You know? Big transition, unfortunately. Hopefully 2025, I'll put it on the calendar. There you go. Dallas, welcome to order. Dallas. See you in Daytona. We'll have them. Still have to get a hat for mine, he says. Yes, I think Ray could hook you up with a blank hat. So no booby pockets, my wife says. Yeah.
What?
Yes, I will choke your chickens. Plural. Again, you have 2 of them. Does that come with the shirt? No, I'll do that with shots. Yes, 28 days till I leave now. 28 days. I leave in 28 days. I'll be there on the 1st of March in the morning, guaranteed.
You're riding?
No, I'm going in an RV. I mean, come on.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, your brother's IV. Yeah.
Ride to a motorcycle event? Come on. No. We trailer it behind the RV. We bring the house.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that.
Oh, yeah. You can wait till TMMR. You can't wait. Yeah, we could do an order fact line. That's not a problem. We're probably going to do it over Venmo, and I'm going to work with Mike with setting up the Venmo once the shirts come in, because he's my business partner and he made the initial investment. So I want to make sure he makes his investment back, and then the rest of the funds go into the business account. So, so that would be good. Yeah. So let's see. Here's the link one more time, guys. Oh, no, that's not the link. Invite. There you go. Paste. Let's see. Look out, Daytona. That's it. Pretty monkey while he chokes on it. Don't worry about monkeys, chickens. They enjoyed it last year. Okay? Monkeys, chickens enjoyed it. Do I have to bring up the picture? Yes, I will. You know what? That's it. I'm going to bring up the picture. Everybody got a kick out of it. If you watch Monkey's live stream, you will see it on his live stream as well. You know, let's see. Let's see. Do I have? I gotta have a picture of me choking monkeys. Yes, I do. Now, hopefully, all right. You got to be over 18 to see this. Is everybody here over 18?
Nope.
If you're not, then close your eyes. How did everybody like my new intro? There he is. There I am. Those are monkeys, chickens. Those are me. Not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 sheets to the wind. Yes, Gremlin. That photo was taken by Gremlin, and he sent it to us. Thank you very much, Gremlin, for this. You tried to embarrass me, but it's kind of hard to embarrass me. It really is, because I can't be embarrassed. I just can't. Sorry. Go ahead, say it. Yep. 3-ring circus. Well, also Sandman was there, so it was a 4-ring circus. You know, can't leave Sandman out.
I think the funniest thing I seen was when Monkey set the back of his truck on fire from cooking. That was hilarious.
Yep. Well, not really.
No, but luckily nothing happened. But afterwards,
We were stupid. No, we had fun, Monkey. We weren't stupid. Click on the link. Let's talk about Daytona. Come on.
come on, get on here, Monk.
Talk about Daytona. Don't tell me you're too drunk or you're getting up early. There's the link. Come on. Let's have fun. You know, if I have to, I'll kick PA off. No, come on, kid.
Hey, that's all right. I'll go off so Monkey can come on.
Yeah. You know,
I'll even go make another drink if he comes on.
You know, I'm never in the picks. Yeah, not true. Not true, Gremlin. Not true. All right. He says he's never in the picks. Let's see. There's a pic with me and Gremlin. All right. Let me find the Gremlin picture. Let's see. I know there's a pic of Gremlin and I together in Daytona. Yep. There it is. Okay. Nothing to see here. Okay, guys. Gremlin, who says I'm always behind and I'm never in the picture. There's Gremlin. See, Gremlin, you are in the pictures.
Wow, he's got no beard left.
Yep. Well, that was a year ago, almost a year ago. What happens at Daytona stays at Daytona. Now, I'm going to show you guys Gremlin's best side.
Oh, no.
Oh, wait. Before we do that.
Oh, that's funny.
The man, the myth, the legend, right there. Mr. Pro Monkey. All right. So I'm going to show Gremlin's best side. You guys ready?
I already knew that was going to be the one.
There's Gremlin's best side. And just because, you know, it's kind of small.
That's your
There
bike.
you go. Got to support the single moms at the Bikini Bike Wash.
Amen. Yes. Yeah, let me throw a 20 in that bucket.
Oh, I'm sure you got pictures of you and Monkey.
So, Gremlin, come on and share them.
So, well, Monkey will be on in 10 minutes. I guess he's got to put some clothes on.
All right. That gives me time to go make a drink. Stand by.
Right on. There you go. So, Gremlin, did you like your best photo washing my bike? I thought that was great, you know? You look cook. Uh, there's a splash of titties on my bucket. Oh man. Let's see. Instagram. Just click on the link, Gremlin. Just click on the link. This is awesome. I have Monkey on tonight. We talk about choppers. You know, he's got a motor in his garage. I know that. He's got his frame in front end is ordered. His roller is actually his roller is ordered. Hopefully it gets to him soon. Because I know what that's like. I've had a roller waiting on a motor and trans, and now he's got the motor and trans waiting on a roller. Let's see. All right, you got to go, Tweedle. All right, buddy. Here he is, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Professional Monkey. How are you, sir?
Don't make me the center of the thing. No. That's not. I was like,
hey, cheers to you, my friend.
How you doing, bud?
Good. How you doing? I'm looking forward to Daytona.
So what I was saying earlier, how we were stupid, is that Daytona 1 year ago was when I first finished Sugar, right?
Yes.
Like it was done, was done like 5 days before the rally or something. And you and I got stupid that night at the Cackleberry. And Gremlin, it was me and you and Gremlin just like pounding everything, every kind of liquor. It was like, yeah, we'll do that, which is a brilliant.
Then we went to your RV.
Then we went to the RV and we killed half of a fifth, if not a whole fifth, of Fireball. There's the three of us in like 5 minutes, just killed it. Yeah. The next morning, I had the stupids so bad. You know, there's many different levels of hangover. One of them is the stupids, where you just can't think. I got on that chopper and sat down and had the key in my hand going, now what do I do with this? Like it was like, I know it goes somewhere. I know it does something, but I couldn't process. The key goes in and,
I'm sure Mrs. Monkey told you where you could put it too.
Yeah. Well, thankfully she wasn't there. And same this year. She's coming not the first day. Well, I think it's going to be better than we thought, because the old man has said he would watch the dog, because I have just literally tomorrow, the fence company's coming, so I can write a second massive check to enclose the whole yard so that my psychopath dog can be safe for someone to watch. Hey, the three of us together again. This is great. Let's all just throw up and be stupid. And,
you asked for it earlier last year after Daytona that you wanted to try the Jaeger cold brew. So I'm bringing a bottle for you and I only.
Well, let's not drink the bottle, though. There's that fine line between, like, let's have a good time and then still have a good time the next day. As well.
Yeah,
well, he's back.
So that next day, I woke up early and I went out and did what I had to do. But it was my birthday that day. And my brother, Big Mike 135, says, hey, it's your birthday. I want to buy you some beers, get you lit tonight. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
No. I'll drink waters. I'll drink sodas.
We hit it
my
hard.
My liver can't hang 2 nights in a row after that night.
We hit it hard that night.
Yes.
Like it was
I
rough.
think I looked at my liver halfway through that handle and I said, I thought you can hang. Shut up and take it.
Shut up, liver, you're fine. And this year we'll have Tom making old fashions so my brother-in-law, God love him, the Mrs. brother, the best gift giver. Like he knows what everyone is going to want, and for Christmas he just nails it. He gave us a square keg. Have you seen those on Instagram? Like,
yes, I saw the video.
He gave us a square keg with the CO2 cartridge and everything, and I'm just going to give it to Tom to fill with Tom old fashions, because it's right. Yeah, see, Gremlin like that. So can you imagine having like a freaking gallon of Tom's old fashioned on tap? We're all just going to be throwing up on each other by like midnight. Like,
so speaking of those chickens, my wife and I were in Manhattan. Going back to the chickens, we were in Manhattan. Yeah. We were at a toy store there at Rockefeller Center, walking around, looking around, and they happened to have chickens, a little smaller than what you had.
Yeah.
So I tried to duplicate the photo.
Yeah. Those are medium sized.
Yes. smaller than what you have.
But those are better, more transportable. You could like zip tie that to a motorcycle really easily.
Yeah, and I said to Miles, like, I says, no, they got to be black and red because that's what Monkey had.
Right.
They have to be black and red.
The black one was actually Joe's. There's an obvious joke there. The black one was Joe's, and the red one was mine. And those you find those at tourist stores, like tourist trap stores have that shit. And we were walking down in West Palm, not far from our house, and they had that a couple of years ago. And the lady was like, "Oh, if you squeeze it, it howls for a full minute." And she did it, and it was the most horrific sound on earth. Like no one in the store could talk for a minute because that thing is just, and it was done. I was like, "Oh, I'll have one of those." You know.
So behind Rudy's Sparing brings up a good point. We better pre-order our diabetic meds with all that sugar.
Ain't that true?
10-4. Yeah. Mr. Monkey, it's a pleasure to meet you finally.
Hey, buddy. I've seen you a million times. Never been on the same live before. Like,
no. I usually come on a little too late. Too many of these.
Yeah, right. This is
old. Real life. You gotta watch out for that.
How's your chopper coming for the smoke out build off?
It's not so much a chopper right now as it is a motor and a transmission and a rear brake. That's all I have. That's all I've got. But you'd laugh hysterically at this because I have great enthusiasm and passion, not as much knowledge.
That's okay. It'll come.
So I just figure it out, right? So Sugar started as a pile of parts that was another bike, took it down, redid it all, and put it all together, and just made it work. If I needed a bracket to raise that reinforcement, that fork, I just made a bracket, that kind of shit. And it's actually shockingly a really good bike. Bill has it in Michigan right now because he was going to find some wiring gremlins, oddly enough gremlins here, and he found it. Here's the crazy thing. Instead of a breaker, I did a 30 amp fuse. The fuse holder was loose. So literally where the two wires come together and there's a fuse holder that holds the fuse, that itself was kind of coming apart. I would have never found that. I would have never found that little fuse. Anyway, Bill found that, replaced that shit like that. He also rejetted it so it's not so lean. It's shit like that. Right. Anyway, this one, I knew from the beginning I wanted a Paco frame because the frame on Sugar is so good. I wanted to use another Paco, right? They do a really good job at that stuff. I knew I wanted a Paco Springer, right? They make really, really good Springers. If you're not going to buy a Sugar Bear, everyone's like, why don't you buy a Sugar Bear? Dude, you have to get on like a 2-year waiting list to get one. You have to know somebody, and they're $4,000. Yeah, well, like $6,000, yeah. So they're all that money. You got to know somebody. I don't know. I'm not that cool. I'm not going to get a Sugar Bear. Anyway, so if you're not, then a Paco is good or whatever. I knew I wanted stock rake, but I wanted a 6-over. I wanted a very, very rideable bike, right? Mm-hmm. Very, very, total brain shut down. Very David Mann, right? That kind of style. So I'm ordering the frame and the forks, and it turns out over Christmas they had a deal where they had a stock rake 6-over forks, and then they would throw in the tank, the fender, and the oil bag, and the sissy bar, and the wheels for the same money, like the same price, same frame, same forks.
You're like, take my credit card.
Yeah, it was the same thing, but they threw in front and rear fenders, the tank, the oil bag, and the wheels. Oh, and the sissy bar for the same price. So I was like, just take it. And then they're so cool. They call you to talk through what you're doing. And through Chris, they called, I'm going to call him Stephanie from Paco, called and goes, tell me what you have. And I was like, well, I have a, late 90s Psychopath of a 98-inch, we think, Super Stroker. And I have a 5-speed Softail transmission. And he goes, but the frame you ordered is for a 4-speed. I was like, yeah. He's like, so what's your plan there? And I'm like, cave in the rear spine until it fits. And he goes, or I could make the frame fit the transmission. What the hell is wrong with you? Like, I wish I could have recorded this conversation because he was just like, because you can just cave in the rear spine and fit a 5-speed in there. I'm like, that's what I was going to do. And he was like, or we can just build the frame right in the first place. What the hell is wrong? So
don't they make adapter plates?
They do, but you still end up having to beat the brakes off that rear spine for a notch that 5-speed in there. So they're just like, or we could just lay it out right in the first place, and so then he goes, so don't you need a soft tail oil bag? And I was like, not really. I can make it work. He goes, why don't I just make it for the right oil bag? Like it was just funny to hear a professional go like, what are you doing? Like we can just make this all work. Like just give me like another week and we can do it all correctly. And I'm like, I guess I'm going to do it right. So it's going to come. The cool thing is I'm going to end up with like basically a one-off frame. Like it's a dirty biker, they call it, but modified to fit a 5-speed and a soft tail oil tank and shit like that. So
yeah.
Anyway.
So that's awesome. Hey, Bryce here. Mr. Bry the Biker.
Hey,
Bry.
Hey, Bry, if you're feeling froggy, come up here on the screen. Here's the link. But so do you have a ship date yet on your roller?
I mean, I did. And then I had that phone call because mine was going on the jig the next day. They have a frame guy and they have a Springer guy. So the Paco, everyone's heard of the brand, but it's still very much a very small business.
Yeah,
and
mom and pop.
If you have a Paco Springer that's 30 years old and you buy one tomorrow, the same guy made that Springer 30 years ago is the one you will get from the one you ordered tomorrow. The same dude is making Springers there. So
is your Springer coming with the studs for the integrated shock?
No, I'm not going to run a shock.
You're not going to run a shock.
I'm not going to run a shock. And Ricky Bongo I'm thinking about running extended rockers on it. Because then it'll give me more trail and it'll just ride. The whole point is trying to come up with a good rider, which I know while not having a shock is not, but not running a shock is cool.
Right.
So
yeah, it reminds me of my father's old panhead chopper he had from the 60s. You're riding down the highway going 55, 65, 75. That front tire was just bouncing up off the highway.
Yeah.
I've done another lane before. On an old style chopper with the long front end, had like the half moon down there at the hub, the front wheel, the half moon. I was in Somerville, South Carolina on a road. It just kind of did up and down dips. Next thing I know, I was in the opposite lane.
I'm hoping that a stock rake and only 6 over with about a 2-inch extended rocker is gonna trail right. I mean,
you're using a Springer and not extended. Right. You're not going extended forks. You're just going with the Springer, right?
Yeah, but I'm going 6 over Springer. It's a 6 over.
Really, that's Springer. Really not that much for a Springer, though.
No, it's not. It's not going to be. It's not going to be crazy. I mean, Sugar's a 14 over.
Right.
So the question I have for you, Monkey, is: are you getting a lift to assemble this chopper on, or are you going to do it all garage?
No,
couple sawhorses.
No, I have my jack, and I'm going to ratchet strap the frame to it when it gets here, just like I do everything else, and just start throwing her together and mock it up. And my plan, there's no plan, is to mock it up. Drop the trans in it, drop the motor in it, throw the wheels on it, throw the forks on it, and then really path the wiring externally, drill the holes where I need to, and then immediately tear it all apart, take the frame to powder coat, take the frame and the rear fender and the sissy bar to Quality Handmade. He's going to hand make my seat pan. He made the one for Sugar. Then take all that, once that's done, to Jeffrey Phipps up the street from me, who's going to make the seat. And then just start cranking through. Take the 10s to Chopper Carl for paint, and crank. I'm doing a really, really simple wiring setup this time. Like, not even going to have a high beam.
So I like it. What Ever says, my plan is to make a plan someday.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I tell you, your back will thank you if you had a lift. It really would.
Oh, it would. It's just that's $1,500 minimum that I need to spend on parts right now.
Well, I mean, you could grab one of those Harbor Freight ones. They're a few $100.
They're 500, but the thing is, I can't. I mean, people say, "Oh, you can put an ultra classic on that." I'm like, not if you have children you care to be around to raise, like like that.
Yeah.
Those are. I mean, I have a buddy who put a Dyna on one once, and it did this thing. Like when the bike was up there, it just wagged.
Yep.
And it was like, no, I it'd be fine for the chop, of course, because the roller's what, 350, you think, without the motor in it, maybe 550 with the motor in it. Like,
no, not that much.
Well, the frame's probably 100,
right?
Spring
is about 50. Right. So under 200 pounds.
Motor in it, 400, 450, something like that. But yeah, so it'd be fine for that. And then when I was done with it, I can't put a Road Glide on it safely. I can't, so why?
Yeah.
Why even have it?
True. I've seen people do it. And of course, on all the forums and YouTube, the Facebook pages and all that, and the groups and stuff. And I sit there and cringe going, I would want to put my Road Glide on there,
mm-hmm.
But as far as like building a chopper, I think that'd be a perfect thing to buy, use, and then sell afterwards.
Yeah, that's true. But again, that 500 goes a long way.
Yeah, it does.
For chopper building, we found kitchens work the best.
Yeah, it's true.
Kitchens, living rooms, dining rooms.
But the motor, I'm waiting on just a couple little dress-up pieces. The motor's all done and polished.
Nice.
The transmission, I have Ricky Bongo's doing some really cool custom stuff. Actually, the funny thing is, such a good dude. He was like, I don't have time to make it in time, so I'm just going to take it off my chopper and give you my shit. It's like the side cover. So he's got a really cool, like one-of-one clear transmission side cover with his lightning bolts etched in the glass.
Nice.
And he's like, I'll make you one. I don't have time, and we're going back and forth. And he's like, you know what? I'll just take it off my bike and send you mine, and then I can just figure it out to replace my own. I'm like, whatever, man. I just need it. So
nice.
That sounds pretty cool.
So your timeline is to have it done for smoke out.
No, I want it done by Sturgis because I think Sturgis is a good shakedown for it.
Yeah, but
and to get feedback.
Worst case scenario, definitely you have to have it done by
and
smoke
see
out,
if it runs
right?
continuously.
Yeah, I mean, it already ran in the old setup, so the motor's healthy.
Yeah. I just made you put that comment I mentioned earlier. You kept breaking down. I'm like, you might as well just own a bunch of Triumphs. Because all your bikes keep leaving you.
Yeah, that one, its battery's 4 years old and it sat for 5 months, and that that murdered that battery. It's done.
Well, you're doing good at 4 years anyway.
Yeah,
they used to last 6, 7, 8 years. I remember my 2008 Crossbones had the same battery in it. Shit, I think in 14 at least.
Which is that's when you could buy a 5-year battery. Now they only sell 2-year batteries.
Yeah, it's hard pressed to get one. I mean, they'll go longer than that, but after 4 years, most suggest that you start thinking about getting another one after 4. Even if they're, they even for your vehicles when they say they're, no work involved with them, you still need to pop those caps, check the solution out, all that kind of stuff. I mean, anybody deals with vehicles knows that.
Yeah. So the interesting thing I'm going to have is when I go to register this chopper, because the frame is from 1997 and I have the certificate of origin.
Does it have a name on it?
Atlas. So I have to get it titled, because in Connecticut to raffle it off, it's got to have a VIN number.
Right.
So I got to get it titled with the VIN. Before I give it to Homes for the Brave. So I'm going to have to put turn signals on it.
Oh,
Connecticut,
Jersey, yeah.
Connecticut requires turn signals. Communist Connecticut.
Front and back?
Yes.
Okay. Some states I know, like you only required to put them on the rear.
And the ugly minimum 1.5 inch diameter.
So no bullets, nothing cool. Yeah, so you take them on, put them on, take it off.
Plain
Florida,
Jane, incandescent bullets that aren't going to be, permanently fixed, just going to be bolted on. Where you take them off, there won't be any holes. So I'll put clamps around the frame or something. I'll figure it out.
This one is going to come with an MSO from Pawco with my name on it. Which is where it gets a little sketchy because Florida does not have inspection. So I'm gonna make an appointment, walk straight in the DMV with an MSO and just a check and try and just see what happens. But so somebody said like, well, so the state patrol needs to certify it. I'm like, what do you mean? They don't have a certification process. There's nothing for that. So what do I do? I'm not putting turn signals and shit on. I'm not going to do it. So I think that I hope that first appointment, I'm just going to give the MSO and to the lady and you know what I mean, and they're going to title it, and then I'll come back.
Tag on there says farm use only.
Well, it's in Florida it says it actually says assembled as parts, like it says assembled as, it says motorcycle assembled as parts, and then you've got a title, and then I think the funny thing is I think I have to make a second appointment to come back and get a plate.
Yeah. Well, that's the same thing in Connecticut. We don't have an inspection, but if it's a homemade or assembled as part, it has to go through a vehicle inspection, a safety inspection. Make sure the brake lights work, the headlights work, turn signals, it has a mirror. Yeah. And
I don't know how it's going to work.
I have to trailer it up there or flatbed it up there because it can't go on the road because it's not inspected. So once I get all that done, then, hopefully I'll have that all done before Daytona next year. And then I can bring it to Chopper Willie's and a few other chopper shows and see how it holds up against, some of the best builders in the country.
So you'll get a ticket in Daytona immediately and then use that ticket the rest of the time you're there to avoid future tickets, because in the state of Florida, nobody gives a shit except Daytona. Daytona, during Daytona Bike Week, every freaking Captain Cowboy Hat, small jurisdiction popo down here just has a hard on to write every ticket they can for every custom bike there is. It's freaking awful. The rest of the state, so I have I call him a buddy because he's the county patrolman who's always runs my neighborhood, and he rides. So he always stops and comes in uniform in my garage, sits there and bullshits for an hour or so before he gets back in his car and moves on. And I asked him when I go, what are the rules for like a chopper? And he goes, oh, he's like, he could put it this way. You could have the loudest old school skinny chop rolling down the road with a 17-foot long front end, and I am not going to pull you over if it's got a plate on it. Like he's like, I don't give a shit. Why I can't imagine anyone would care like they do in Daytona. So yeah. I'm hoping.
Well, it's like you said, do you want to be right or do you want to be having a good time?
Yeah. So I have a little electric neat horn that supposedly satisfies that, but the law says that you can use hand signals during the day, but what do you do at night? So are you going and saying I'll just never ride this at night?
Yeah.
Like what do you do?
I got to put a horn on it too. Thanks for reminding me. Now you give me something else to do.
Well, you can supposedly there's no decibel rating for the horn it has to have. So you can buy these little horns, Amazon tells them, that like rubber strap onto the bars, and when you hit it and it goes meet, then that it has a horn.
On my chopper, I just put an old bicycle horn, had the black rubber piece on the back.
Yeah.
It went backwards from the sissy bar, and I just grabbed that and honk it.
There you go.
That could be cool to have one for fun.
The little bells off the bicycles, ding 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 ding. ding.
Make sure you got pink streamers.
Yeah.
Didn't you do that one time to your friend?
My buddy's bike. I put pink streamers on his road.
That's for a while, yes.
Nice.
Pink whips.
Nothing says manly than pink streamers and a white basket with flowers on it. Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, that
white
runs my neighborhood.
Bright orange flag.
Hey, I know somebody needs that. It'd be easy to put flowers in. He doesn't have any covers on top of his.
Yeah.
Do you have a title for the engine? You got it. You got it. Has the VIN. No, my motor. There's that bike, that purple bike that the motor came out of. It never had a title. Ever.
Yeah.
It was never titled. It was never. Yeah.
I bought
and the motor's S, so it's not Harley. So.
Yeah. I got no title with the motor I bought, or it was bought for me.
What's the average length you have to go with a builder's title? I mean, how long does it normally take to get one nowadays?
Florida, you walk in and it's real time. They print it while you're there and you walk out.
Wow. Oh, wow. Maryland, you're not that lucky.
Michigan, so Bill was like, he goes, in Michigan, I can walk in with a bill of sale with a serial number of whatever on it. They type it in the computer, they hit enter, and it does a real-time title search. And if it comes back with no records found, they'll print you a title.
No kidding.
So with that purple roller I'm giving to him in Daytona this year, it's got a VIN number on the neck. So he's just going to go in. I'm going to write him a bill of sale of whatever number, it's free, but we'll say $50, whatever. And he's going to walk in with that bill of sale, and they're going to type in that weird ass VIN number that does not exist, because I paid for a title search on that VIN. It doesn't exist. And then he said the computer's going to come back, no records, and they're going to go, here's your title. Like,
wow.
It's nice. See, Connecticut, I just can't walk in the DMV. I actually have to make an appointment.
Yeah, same here. You have to make an appointment here. But once you're there in Florida, man, we don't have rules for the most part,
yeah.
Except Daytona. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask my buddy who patrols here all the time. I even have his cell phone number. Like, hey, he's cool enough that I can say, like, what relationship do you have that I can abuse if I have to do something? What do I need to do? You know what I mean? Like, will somebody sign
a courtesy card? Yeah,
like, can somebody just sign whatever the hell I need so that I can go get it? And I'm sure he'll be like, I'll sign it, whatever the fuck, whatever we need to do.
Yeah, I mean,
well, I looked out in Daytona 2 years ago. That year, you bought the Cholo, right? When we met that first time, I got back to the house, and a friend of mine comes across the street, goes, you've been riding on a dead tag for all year. I'm like, what? Oops.
Well, that's our Florida birthday present, is they send you the tag renewals for every vehicle you own. Your tags are always due.
Well, I just what brought it up, I just did mine, and it just got in the mail. It's on the bike now, so I'm covered. But I can't believe that I went all year long and survived Daytona and never had an issue.
Wow. It seems like that's another thing that I might do between you, me, and the walls. If I end up with an issue, I got a whole lot of motorcycles around here. I can just pull a plate off of and throw it on that sumbitch and roll on down the road. I mean, like,
Yeah, you could take it off brown sugar and says, look, I had to paint it.
Yeah, there's a guy in the apartment complex.
What?
Good.
The problem
is
that
in the apartment complex. There's a guy in the apartment complex down the street. I could get his tag if I needed it.
The problem is in Daytona on Main Street, they walk down the street checking VIN numbers.
VIN numbers, yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, like they did bust a dude on a stolen bike last year, like Friday night. They pulled this old Electra Glide out of the line, and he was clapped in bracelets, and here came the flatbed, and because his bike was stolen. But mine won't be stolen, it just won't be legal. So what do you do? Like, they
don't take it to Main Street.
Yeah, well, how do you not? You have something that cool, you want to go to Main Street. I mean, I guess, but
Main Street's good for about an hour or two, and I'm good for the year.
Earlier in the day, you don't even want to stay late.
No. When the sun starts to go down, that's when it gets really stupid.
When the slingshots with the fur and the loud stereos and lights come out, it's time to get out of there.
Yeah, I quit Daytona downtown in the 80s.
What are the purposes?
I quit going downtown at Daytona in the 80s. The closest I got to downtown was when me and those friends of yours were leaving Broken Spoke and going down.
Oh, Jason.
That was the closest I'd come to downtown since probably 82.
Yeah.
I don't care because I mean it's just too much going on down there. One, it's too hectic. Two, the people down there, they're still going to work and stuff. You know, the town doesn't shut down, and there's so much more happening down around Broken Spoke, Beaver. You know, the Harley shop, and then I like to hit Burning Bike and out in the other campground and stuff. And kind of stay away from the mainstream stuff.
I want to go to Burning Bike this year. That's the only issue, Doc. Your meet and greet is the night of Burning Bike.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think yours starts at 6 and Burning Bike starts at 5 or something like that. Because when you posted
it starts at 5, but they're not going to start burning till around 8:30 or 9 last year. That's what they did.
So it might be much. I might be much after that before we come rolling in, but we'll find
That's all right. I'll probably still be there with the Jaeger. Girls going, "You want a shot?" No, do you?
This
give me $5 for this shot.
Sugar's plated and legal, and you know what I mean. Like it's all golden. So
yeah,
and it's because Bill's bringing it with him. So when I roll on the first, he's rolling in on the first, and we're exchanging sugar for the purple roller. And then until my sister-in-law gets there, I'll probably just be on the chop the whole time. Like, why ride anything else? Like, you know.
Well, Spaceballs is coming down this year. The CVO staying home.
Okay.
Spaceballs down. I figured that's going to be a fun place to.
Is the missus coming or no?
No. This is a guy's trip.
Yeah, so it's you don't put miles on in Daytona. You can't.
I did 700 miles last year.
Nowhere to go.
Well, yeah, that's not much in a week. You know what I mean? Like it's in Sturgis, you do 700 miles in a day. You know, that's all.
Well, that's just going, to Needles Highway and back.
Right.
Or to Topless Tuesdays.
Or out to the Badlands is 150, 200 mile a day at least. Just that route. But Daytona, you got the loop. You got that buddy of mine, Deb and Mike, they like to run to St. Augustine and back one day, which I think is maybe that's 200 miles each way. Maybe.
Yeah, it's not that bad. I did it in 2019 for Biketoberfest. We went up to St. Augustine. Yeah. We took A1A all the way up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about 2 hours one way.
Okay, so it's 150, 120 miles.
So that's not that far,
but it's just Daytona. I actually, in a lot of ways, don't like Daytona. It kind of sucks, but I see my friends there. That makes it good.
Exactly. That to me, that made Daytona for me last year was meeting you for the first time and meeting Gremlin and Sandman for the first time and everybody else I met for the first time, like Tweedle and Drew, just to name a few, and hanging out and having a good time. And
that's the only thing Daytona's good for. That and good chopper shows. I mean, they're good shows there. The Broken Spoke's good.
Yep.
Iron
Horse I'm going to be doing a lot of
I'm
going to be doing a lot of performance shows this year because I got Spaceball with me, so I'm going to go down to the Performance Hangover at Orlando Harley. I'm going to be at the Sunday. They have a performance show at the Pavilion at Destination, so I'll be there. And we'll see how the bike makes out those two shows. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I had a good time.
I'm sure it'll do fine. I'm sure it'll do well. Like it's that is an undefined category, right? Like nobody can say this is right and that is wrong. Well, no one should say this is right and that is wrong on any kind of build, but
no,
certainly not that one because
the
nobody's
pros are pretty protective of the Dyna bikes, of being a performance bike. And here I am with a modern soft ground.
That's why I like talking to a lot of those guys. Power.
It's making the power.
Yeah. So if it's truly about performance, what are you going to tell me? An FXR will whip yours on a track? Bullshit. It's just if you're talking about true performance, the Dyna came out because it's better than the FXR. Oh my God, people are going to melt the fuck down. But it's the truth. The Dyna's better than the FXR, right? And then the modern Softail is better than the Dyna. So if you really are all about performance, then if you throw a shit ton of money at a modern Softail, you're going to have a better performance bike. But
I threw like 2 shit tons worth of money at that bike. I mean,
There.
I don't know if you saw the throttle body I put on. It's a 70 millimeter.
Oh,
tunnel
God,
ring.
yeah.
The throttle body's not up against the head. It actually comes around and mounted literally right next to the head, facing
What are
forward.
you getting out of that? What's in? Is that a 131 or what's in that?
It's a 131, but before I put the motor in the bike, I tore the whole valve train out and threw it in the garbage.
Right. What
I
numbers are you getting out of that thing?
154 horse, 165 pounds of work.
How can that not do well at a performance show?
Right.
They should just put the dyno sheets like on the bikes. Like, that should be like and then you look at style and paint and little details and shit. But like, oh, here's my performance bagger. It dynoed at 90 horsepower. Well, like yeah. I don't know. Like the ST that I have, we're doing those for the style. We're not, when Alan was like, you buy a bike, and then he told sick baggers, you go buy a bike, and you're going to build 2 STs, and it's going to be carbon fiber and the knee tank and all that cool shit. And he was like, well, how do we make the best performance baggers? I go, write me a check for $50,000. and then
that's a good start.
Well, that's not the body. That's just the parts for like motor and frame. I mean, motor and suspension basically, because Advan's doing the body. So, that's not buying carbon fiber. That's just inverted forks and motor work. And so I said, why don't we just put the freaking Maleficent bars on the one I've got, and a cam and a cool body on it with some cool paint, and just that's your everyman performance bagger, right? Like, anyone can do what I did. That's the whole point. Now, Steve at Sick Baggers, I think he is doing the full inverted forks, and he's doing the pure T bars. I think Arlen Ness, and he's doing all that stuff because he works for Advan though, so he should have the cooler bike. And then, we did do full Oleans. That's in the garage. Alan bought the full package. I haven't done it yet, but the shocks, the oil, the cartridges, for the forks, the whole thing. I'm going to put those in, but
yeah, nice. Now I've never ridden a bike with Oleans, and I've been waiting on this guy to bring me down his bike so I can install the Oleans front and rear for him. I'm really looking forward to it, so I could actually say, hey, I've installed them and I've ridden on them, and this is my opinion of them, because suspension technology so far, in my opinion, has been the best suspension I've had, hands down, over Legend. And I've had the top of the line Legends with the Revo ARCs, and I've had Progressive, which is like an entry level performance shock. That's your grade school. Legends is your high school level, and then suspension technologies is your college grad level.
So I had the Oleans on the orange bike, the remote the Screaming Eagle, but they're just the Oleans with SE on the can.
Right.
And I can feel a huge difference there. The forks on the orange bike I rebuilt, and those are Wilburs. So the forks are Wilburs, the rear is Oleans. That bike rides phenomenally well.
I hear a lot of good things about Wilburs.
And then I have Wilburs on the CVO on the rear, but the fronts are stock, which is hilarious because the Wilburs is a tall shock, as you would be. Wilburs does not make anything short shock. They only make tall. So I think it's a 14, I can't remember, but it's a tall shock. This is the stupidest thing on earth, I know, but unless I was going to ride with a rake, I had to actually lower the rear of the CVO.
Oh, wow.
I had to, because the CVO has a 21-inch wheel from the factory, and in 2019 they lowered the front end to compensate for the bigger wheel. They were still afraid of big wheels back then. So the front end has no suspension and sits low. I cannot run a tall I can't run down the road like that. So I had to lower the rear. So I've got Wilburs on Advan Black's lowering links, which are really good. They're giant, molded, CNC machined extensions of the swing arm kind of thing. Now, but still, it's not right.
You need to get a hold of Alan. You got to get yourself the Easy Clutch adapter from Alan. I put it
only
on
works on a cable, right?
Yeah.
I have hydraulic.
On the ST, that's Alan's?
No, but it's fine. It's we could do it, but the ST's fine. It's not
Okay.
it's not hard.
I put it on Spaceballs, and I got Allen short levers with 30% stiffer springs, and it's like butter.
That's got to be fun. Yeah. Well, children, it's 10 o'clock, and the old lady just pulled in the garage. I felt her. I didn't feel her. I heard her. That's the funny thing is I was
right now.
She's at a bike night on the bike, so that's how life is. So
yeah, that's great. That is really great, man.
So
well, Mark, good to see you again.
Yeah,
we'll see you.
Thanks for hanging out. See you in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely. All right, I have stage 2 by then, guys. I'm really
in the word of monkey.
I've been talking this stuff since November. It's been driving me crazy, and now I've got this guy. I finally moved into his shop. He's got everything situated. I take him to bike on Friday.
All right.
I'm getting new clutch plates. I'm getting new clutch. The stage 2 setup. We went ahead and got rid of the plastic guides. Went with the metal. The steel guides or whatever, and a couple little things like that. So, and then I want to break it in a little bit and kind of get used to just handling it before I get to Daytona, before I get too crazy.
Yeah.
So I don't know how. All right, Mark, have a good evening, man.
See you, man.
I'm out here too, guys. You take care.
All right, man. Later.
Yeah, we're gonna call this quits because I think double, triple chocolate cake calling my name.
I
got Death Star.
I think I got ice cream calling my name. I already got like 4 of them at Cokes in me, so I think I'm done.
All right, cool.
All right.
So I got Monkey's knife. I got Wilkie's knife. I got to start labeling these. Get these labels on there so I know these knives. And this is going to go to Dark Souls in Gettysburg. Right on. And next week I will have a special knife out of my own collection. It is a Sanity jewelry knife out of my own personal collection from Sanity that will be the final raffle for the chopper build as far as knives go.
I'll make sure I put something aside to get in on that.
Right on.
But all right, brother. Hey, God bless. Thank you again.
No problem, Pete. Have a good one. Thanks for coming on, buddy.
All right, later.
All right, everybody. And that's it for tonight's show. I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully, everybody got something out of it. Congratulations, Professional Monkey, for winning the knife. Congratulations, Dark Souls, winning the $20 gift certificate to Sanity Jewelry. Thank you to Sanity Jewelry for the donations for the chopper build. I really appreciate it. And everybody, I'm going to say good night. Live the best life you can. Ride often and ride hard.